Quadrillion. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat India on this day. This is 24th, I think 23rd. I'm sorry, 24th November 2023, and it is Friday. Time is afternoon. This is 2:19 p.m. Glad to see you again because I wanted to update on Israel-Palestine issue. In fact, this is quality talk, but international quality is also important. Everybody knows that there has been declared a ceasefire, temporary ceasefire for a couple of days, which can say 4 days or 5 days, between Israel and Palestine, people of Palestine. Well, that is great news. At least something has been started. Whatever be parties and stakeholders be there, maybe Saudi Arab or there may be many other countries like Qatar. Qatar is leader in this case. You can say Qatar has been responsible for reaching the ceasefire, temporary, or you can call ad hoc ceasefire between state of Israel and people of Palestine. And this is something you can say we can say this is admirable. But how far it will be successful, that we cannot say at this moment. It's only a suppose that it shall work. So we have to be positive. World has to be positive. दुनिया को सच सोचना होगा, साफ सोचना होगा, बिल्कुल अच्छा लेके चलना होगा, गलत लेके नहीं चलना होगा. आके जो होता है देखेंगे. Let us see if we have positive means result is positive, but I don't trust in Israel, and in fact people don't trust in Israel. Not only Palestine people, world people don't trust Israel, and those who are talking about Israel, and they too don't trust Israel. In fact, to be very frank, USA is in doubt, and UK, they are all speaking only, but they know what happens. How does it happen? Well, I'm not going to that. What I'm saying is, how shall it work? That is very important point of view. At this moment, to consider means whether this successful or not. That's a time to tell. But something start, if in a positive way, should be better. Well, Israel has been retreated. Will start war again and again. Of course, his pattern it has come. I think maybe it has come effect now. Maybe now or after a couple of years, and they will start releasing prisoners, or you can say hostages. Prisoners are to be released by Israel, and hostages are to be released by state of Palestine, or you can say people of Palestine. And this is in rotation. You can say they're going to release about 50 women and children, these Palestine hostages. Palestine, you can say Palestine Hamas would release, while about 150 Israel would release, and they are prisoners. In fact, those are not criminal prisoners; they are political prisoners, just like we have many in our country. Well, it's good. At least means it is now known to people that there are prisoners also from wherever state of Palestine, and imprisoned by Israel. People don't know before that. And again, I say that there are currently about more than 10,000 prisoners in jails of Israel, out of which about 5,000 to 7,000 are from previous, you can say, from 7th October, pre 7th October, but others are now. So in that case, you can say about 7,000 to 10,000 prisoners are there, and only 250 are in hostage category with Hamas or Palestine. So it's not a big deal. Means the deal is means Palestine prisoners shall be released. That's the most important point here. I'm not very much impressed. Okay, these 240 had to go, but Hamas actually pinched Israel. Means Israel's importance lies with 240 persons, but its importance or its concern doesn't lie with prisoners or Palestine citizens who have been jailed for none of their crimes. 98% people may be there who have not done any crime except political demonstrations or whatever else. Even children, there are so many children and women who have been there in jail for since 2015. It's terrible. Means how can you keep people? There may not be imprisonment for so many years, but you have been keeping in jail since 2015. Now it's 8 years, and you have no degree of shame to release them. And that's very important. They demonstrated hunger strikes many times. Many have seen every news that hunger strikes were still, but no, they did not care for that. Many died also. So you can say it is nothing but you can say prisoners are maltreated by Israel people. In fact, they are not prisoners, they are political strugglers, freedom fighters. And well, let it go as it is. Now something positive has come up that this is also a fact. We cannot simply say that hostages are captured by Israelis are captured by host, then say Hamas. It's now fact that Israel also did same and multiple times. So we should blame Israel much more than we can blame Hamas or Palestine, because ultimately you are residing, you are occupying land of those to whom you imprison, to whom you bomb your airstrikes. So that is really crime. I can say, on land of Palestine, you are striking them, killing them, and then you say they are not democratic, they are terrorists, and you are best democracy in world. This is what Israel claims. I read some news today that some past PM of Israel wants that Netanyahu immediately should go, at this moment should go. Means there's something burning inside hearts of Israelis also. Israel past PM said that this means past PM or PM president. I'm sorry, means it's something different. You can say president, prime, whatever it is. It's a political position, constitutional position. That person says that means people are not happy. And some part of people are not happy with Israel. Israel PM Netanyahu, and Netanyahu knows it very well. I'm sure Netanyahu knows it very well because there are some cases ongoing against him for crimes committed in the past, and he may have to face jail if sentence is awarded to him. And to prevent that, he's trying to create a history of killing children. And they will say, the people say, I killed them because according to him, people of Israel like it to kill children. Many interviews I've seen. We have seen many interviews. It's like say, oh, let them be killed. They are worth killed. Say it like that. Nonsense. I know. How can you say if somebody is killed, child is killed? You say, oh, hey, I'm happy the child is killed. Why do on what basis you say that? Means if your child is killed, they are worried. If your people are killed, you are worried. The only 240 people are killed. You are not killed. It means just they are arrested or they are host by Hamas. They are when they kidnapped rather than get arrested. You're worried about your blood burns, but blood of those prisoners, those killed, do not matter to you. Why? It's a very good question. I'm asking not only Israel, I'm asking everyone. Some music is going on outside, some position of West party, I think. I can't control it. Sorry for that. It is really very bad situation, very dirty situation. You can say if Israel thinks that its people are more important than Palestine people, or you can say people around world. No, I don't agree with this. And you should. I'm a civilized person. I am person with justice. I'm person with humanity. I cannot say that. In fact, there has been pressure on Netanyahu, and pressure was from Qatar, from Egypt, from USA, from so many sources. And Qatar was a kind of leader in this. And I know what is Qatar, and I know what is UAE, and I know what is Egypt. Okay, I'm not saying credit goes to Qatar or credit goes to whoever. Something has been started in a positive tuning, and that should lead to better tuning. And I am sure Netanyahu may not control it, but people of Israel do not want this war. People as whole, you can say majority of people who are good sense people, who don't believe in killings, who think that people are people, they're not animals, and even animals have got right to live. So I think if this, maybe I'm wrong, if this is not extended 4 days or 5 days, this may be due to ill thoughts of Israel or government currently, which is government there in Israel. But chances are that this may be extended. So far, situation has been unpleasing, dirty situation in period of say 1.5 month or more. 14,000 approximately civilians have been killed, and 6,000 per reports, around 6,000 children have been killed among, and also similar number of let us 5 or 5,000, 4,000 women have been killed. So total is around 14,000. It's not a small one in such a small area, very small area. This is Gaza, and also many cities have been killed in West Bay. So you can say killing is a pleasure for Israel. I can say killing civilians is, you can say, game for them, just like chess game. Oh, I have killed so many. Some Israeli says, oh, only 4,000 have been killed. How many more we have to kill? We have to think of that. Means rather than regretting on that, they're enjoying. Only 4,000? Only 14,000? You are so concerned about 240 persons who have not been killed and only 1,200 killed. You're worried about them and killing so many, and you have been killing for many years also. you are not concerned about them, this means you are not human. You're not God friend. You're not worried about God's action. You only say, but you are not God fearing at all. This means you are not democratic. You are a butcher country, I can say. A butcher country. हिंदी में कहते हैं कसाई. कसाई मीन्स वन slaughters animals and sells that meat. That's called butcher. उसे कहते हैं कसाई. पर फलस्तीन को मारे जाओ मजा आता है इनको. ये कहना है इसराइल के कुछ सीनियर लोगों का, अरे 4,000 ही तो मरे हैं, ज्यादा थोड़ी मरे हैं, क्या हो गया 14-15 हजार मर गए तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है. अच्छी बात है, आपके मरते हैं तो पता लगेगा आपको. अभी आप कह लीजिए वक्त आपका है, आप पावर में हैं. हम जब पावर में होंगे तो आपको बताएंगे क्या होता है. खैर, मैं ना पावर में हूं ना था, लेकिन बात हो रही है सोसाइटीज की, कंट्रीज की, कि इसराइल किस हद तक जा सकता है. वी हैव टू बी क्लियर अबाउट दिस. अप टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट इसराइल कैन गो. Okay, science and technology is different, but you cannot kill people. No one is allowed to kill people like this. And this was not war between people and other state. It is war between two. If this comes to the war, if you have to kill Hamas, I agree with that. There are soldiers. There are 10 people. You could kill them, and you kill them also. I'm sure you have killed many or thousands maybe. Likewise, your people have been killed. Your soldiers have been killed, and our 3,000 report says about 3,000 you killed. So you don't say 68 or what. That's all for you. And also you have killed journalists. More than 50, 60 journalists or 70 journalists. I think you have killed, or maybe more. I'm not sure that you have killed journalists. What does it mean? And you have killed health workers. What does it mean? You have killed WHO people. What does it mean? This means you like killings. You don't believe in life. You're not a civilized nation. You're a killing nation, one can say. And everybody knows now. It's really difficult to repeat all this, all like killing nation, killing Netanyahu, killing this and killing that. But time is running out. World is watching, and it's regretful that when there are many countries supporting Palestine, they are only supporting academically, theoretically, only by speech and by writing, but they are not supporting practically. They're not in field to say, okay, go back to your home, or we are here to kill you. No country has come to that standard. Even Lebanon is not doing that. They are doing within restraints. Egypt is not doing that. Jordan is not doing that. KSA is not doing that. No one is doing, and Israel is trying to make abuse of this. Israel says these people are divided, these people have frictions, these people cannot come collectively to take action against the state of Israel, and that is very clearly understood by Israel. That's why it tried to have agreements, commercial agreements in past. So you can say if you just go to about 2 or 3 years back, US started having agreements with Israel. Similarly, then Bahrain started, and at this moment, wars. I think pre-7th October, there was some agreement to be reached approximately between the Shah of Israel and Kingdom of Saudi Arab. Egypt has agreements already. I think Jordan agreements already. Morocco declined that. And Sudan has got some agreements. Now all agreements. I mean, Israel tried to divide sections of this Arab and that Arab, Africa and UAE and all that. UAE is first country which led whole Arab, I could say. It's first one who tried to have agreements. I saw many interviews of young people say, "Oh, we made a mistake. We quit Israel for so many years. What for? What was our target? Oh, we should have good relations with them." And that was start of understanding that Israel tried successfully to have division among Arab itself. Well, it's their country. You have to see. But if you want agreements, you cannot say you can have agreements with killers. Can you have? If someone kills someone, or you can say killing means murder, killing means crime. If if you support criminal country or criminal government, then what we should say about you, that is also a big question mark. Israel and Palestine issue has historical facts. Yasser Arafat, he failed to do everything. Of course, he tried his best diplomatically, politically. In those days, I used to hear news when I was somewhere in Libya, and that's just that, oh, guerrillas, or used to chapa mar. I chapa mar. He used to call them guerrillas or chapa mar. Means this was normally used for many different, like for Lebanese people, for Palestinian people. We could not understand anything at the time. Now facts have come that land belongs to Palestine legally, and Israel has captured that land, occupied that land by force. This is not acceptable. Yes, Arafat failed. The question is, what is future expectation between two states? What is expectation by Arab world? What is expectation by African world? What is expectation by West nations? What is expectation by China, Russia, US, etc., etc.? That point must be clearly analyzed. Negotiation is always very good. Discussions are available, but it is now around more than 7 decades. Discussions have been going on. All diplomats failed. If you just collect from Yasser Arafat, has been failing every time, and there may be some unpleasant agreements this time, that time, this time, but no final conclusion reached. And what we should think at this moment, when there has been ad hoc or temporary ceasefire for a couple of days, shall it continue? If it continues, how long can it continue? And if it doesn't continue, and Netanyahu doesn't agree for anything, when restart of war means, if it is 24th today, let me be say by 29th, shall they start fighting again? Aerostrikes again? That is a question mark. We cannot say anything, but keeping in view mindset, keeping in view boiling, or keeping in view, you can say, abuse of conscience and people's monotony, people's misreading, Netanyahu can go to whatever extent, USA can go to whatever extent, because interests of Israel and USA are jointly considered. There are so many warehouses and factories in Israel which are financed by USA, and USA is responsible for them. So if USA can think of, he doesn't say don't kill people. They say means formally they say don't kill people, but they don't take grave action, serious action, severe action against Netanyahu, a stop war, but they never say the stop war. They say just minimize casualties, civil casualties. That is not the right way to say something. You should be worried about that. You should even worry, Mr. Biden. You did not take that chance because you must be having your USA related interests, which we cannot know at this time. You are more interested in your interest rather than lives and rights of Palestine society, Palestine people. What shall happen? Nobody knows. Nobody knows because no one knows what Netanyahu should, or shall Netanyahu continue his office of PM, or he shall be thrashed by Palestine people. I'm sorry, Israeli people. This is also not clear. To my understanding, in USA and UK shall support Netanyahu from external powers. They will not like that this should go because this Netanyahu wants to take over complete Gaza. In fact, though they may say we not occupying, we won't occupy, but this is all false statements. They are so crude people, they will occupy if Hamas is destroyed. But shall Hamas be destroyed? That is another question. Or shall it be permitted to be destroyed by USA or Israel, by Iran or by China or by Russia? That is also another question mark. USA and UK and all allied countries with Israel shall like to kill Hamas and destroy Hamas, but counter actions countries, counter thoughts countries may prefer that or like that, or they shall poke their nose to have resistance with this, or they may come in front. It cannot be forecast today. It is also not too easy to think or to say that Israel is quite competent to destroy Hamas because they're also well trained soldiers. Well trained soldiers. And maybe amount or quantity of Israel soldiers is much more higher than what Hamas per reports say. I think about 30 to 40,000 soldiers are present with Hamas army, whereas millions, or you may say if not millions, at least half a million soldiers are available with Israel army IFTA. So they may be having more potential, but importance is not potential, importance is knowledge. Means you are going to have a war which area cannot be seen, and that is concealed below ground. and tunneling infrastructure. And this infrastructure may be very complicated, which nobody knows. So it's not easy for Israel also. They may say we will. I even song of children of Israel was just say chanting and dancing in their language that we shall take over all land, we shall finish this famous or Palestine in 1 year, and then we shall plow our fields. That is concept which is being inculcated into minds of very young babies, and you can see what mindset Israel is. They're teaching their young people, very infant babies and school children, that in 1 year we shall eliminate Palestine and Palestinian people, and then we plow those lands for us. व्हाट यू कैन से, एक साल में हम मार देंगे उन सबको, उनकी जमीन छीन लेंगे, उसके बाद हम उस खेत पे हल चलाएंगे और अपनी खेती करेंगे। ये छोटे छोटे बच्चों को शिक्षा दी जा रही है जो कुछ स्कूल के होंगे। आप देखिए वीडियो आपको मिलेगा कहीं ना कहीं यूट्यूब पे। ऐसी बातें जब कर रही है जो कंट्री, मैं नहीं समझता कि वो बहुत सीरियस नहीं है उनको मारने के लिए, बहुत सीरियस है वो मारने के लिए, और वो चाहते हैं कि ज़िंदगी भर की जो अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है इसका पूरा फ़ायदा उठाया जाए। They think the first time it's just opportunity they have discovered to eliminate Palestine and eliminate Hamas from earth, and they shall do whatever they will. Maybe they don't bother again for senior countries, or you can say very powerful countries like China, Iran, Russia, etc. And there was no one on other side to help Palestine because they're already helping and supporting Israel. So this is a division between two types of countries. Means one country is this one, Israel is supported by its various allied countries, and Palestine is just morally supported till now because no one is giving weapons etc. to Hamas, and Lebanon is also doing limited self-defense. This is very important point to understand what shall be further steps. But one point is very clear. Now it is 4 or 5 days, but there are, you can say, it's okay, 50 you are going to release, you shall remain, you have 50 to 50 more. And those 250 or 200, whatever it is, they would require this. Now it's chance that, okay, we want more people to release. There will be a voice coming up from all sections, from Israel, from Palestine. So they have to release about 6,000 or 7,000 prisoners who are held in captivity in by Israel jails. Those are Palestine citizens, and they would be released. It must be released, and I think at least both sides should be clear of hostages. If they have hostages from Israel, they are also hostages from Palestine in Israel jails. They are, of course, they are called criminals or trials, but what criminal? Maybe there are few cases of murder also. Okay, fine. If they have done crime, they have to face it. But of those who have not done any crime, just because they were walking on road and shouting in favor of Palestine or against Israel, if you capture them, arrest them, that would not work to be called criminals. They talk of their nation, they shout for their nation, and they can sacrifice for their nation. They are would call freedom fighters of their nation. And I think this moment should be used by all countries on both sides to have complete clearance of these hostages. Hostages come prisoners, whatever these are, and there should be an agreement done that no journalist should be killed. If killed, it will means PM or whoever is there shall be held responsible. No journalist should be killed. No WHO people should be killed, and no civilians should be killed. If this doesn't happen, then it will give clearance in hands of Israel, and Israel doesn't care for anything. It's also clear, it doesn't care for anything, even if you say something politically or at national level or international level, or even no, it doesn't bother about anything. So I think maybe I'm thinking about it. Other countries might be thinking, Qatar may be thinking, other thinking, and whole world will be thinking about this. This chance should be extended for a couple of days more, say a week or 2 weeks more, and all you can say, all the swap, prisoner swap or hostage swap, should be completed, and then if war goes on, let it be going on. Another charter restrictions which should be agreed before that no such no such killing shall be permitted. Only killings of soldiers will be permitted. No actions or bombardment shall be done over buildings which are of importance at this time, like hospitals and schools or religious places. Only those defense buildings or those buildings where no civilians are there, the army controlled buildings, those are attacked. That should be done, and even if it doesn't happen, there should be some way to arrest those officers or politicians who do not abide by such declarations. I'm not saying that it will be done immediately, but know the God right. Then Arab world should think of, African world should, whole world should think of how to how to hold Israel responsible in this case, how to stop them. There should be some mechanism, there should be some chatter of procedures, there should be something that Israel should restrain itself from doing that. Okay, objective of Israel is to completely analyze Hamas. Okay, I'm not going to tell that this is war between Palestinian people and Israel. If you do that, soldiers are killed. No problem to us. If people are killed, then who shall be held responsible for that? That's another point. Means how can those be killed, or then why you can force them to leave this place also? You got no right. How can you say all people leave this area, go to where you want to go, or go to this border or that border, and you say I have done my duty, and that's not that. If you can do something good, or forget all this, come to negotiation tables. Israel has to reach some agreement about state of Palestine formation officially. State of Palestine must be formed. That is only way to come out of this problem. And if it's not formed, this conflict, this issue can never be resolved. It shall continue for years to come, and now it's known the whole world. Maybe before 7th October 2023, it was not known to whole world, but now it has been known to world. The world knows what is fact, and that is defeat of Israel, because Israel always misled whole world. It always said something else. It always misguided whole. But when creams are clear, waters are clear, fishes are clear, reservoirs are clear, everything is clear. Some dirt may be available, some silt may be available that requires to be taken out. And that's what I'm saying. It's very important point that we have to check all these things, we check everything here, and then do something like that. Otherwise, it shall be very difficult. It cannot be possible. And that's what I'm saying. We have to be very cheerful if something happens. We have to be very serious that future should not cost civil civil people's lives, children's life, because nobody can accept that. And there should be a strict rule regulated by, enacted by UNO in this regard. Court may take action, may not action, who knows? But crimes are crimes. These have been done. There should be sanctions from all Arab world towards Israel. They should not deliver any oil to them. Also, you say, oh, this is cost. They are doing business, they can't stop their business. Yes, you may say that. But important point is decision of Palestine should reach, judgment should reach, personal judgment, court judgment, or whatever procedure is. What I mean to say is, state of Palestine issue must be resolved by whatever means, without doing or without going to hard pursuit. It should be negotiated. Now negotiation must be firm. It should not be just liquidity. It should be solid decision, concrete decision. And every country in world now, not only Arab world or Africa or what, all world country must be ready for implementation of whatever resolutions UNO had passed in past, must lead to implementation by all stakeholders. And if that is not possible, it is also not possible that there will be some solution to this war. Netanyahu is not owner of this world. No one is honor of this world. Rights are rights. No one can eliminate, no one can divide rights of Palestine people. You cannot say you leave this land and go. It's not possible. It's not possible in this case now, because whole world knows now. If Israel does not accept all this, then of course walls will restart. War for the restart. Now it may be war between Israel and many other countries, or you can say Israel and West, as well as on a counterpart would be Palestine and rest of world possibly. There may be 10 or 7 or 8 countries with Israel, and there may be more countries with Palestine, and that shall result in, you can say, tremendous losses, because there shall be Turkey, involvement of Turkey, and you can say Iran, China, and of course Russia. Maybe some give logistic support, some comes in front, procure their soldiers, and it's also sure that Gulf countries don't have many soldiers for such purpose. Maybe Sudan has something, maybe Egypt has something, but we cannot say it clearly because I don't have information about that. But why should we think about this much? Why not to think of that whole this war? Continue ceasefire. Ceasefire is important in this case. No ceasefire means a problem, very very big problem. And we have to check quality of people of world. It's very important issue, and this is an important reference that how people in world, how citizens in world, and how various countries in world consider this. You can say standard. There we say, is it quality war, or Israel is acting in what quality levels, and Palestine acting on what quality levels? What is quality understanding of actions USA does, and those actions other countries do? What are standards for that? What's the mindset? Or just because you talk of one principle here and you talk of one principle or something else elsewhere, should that work? That would not work. That's not going to work. It's not possible at all. If you want to have standards uniform for everyone, you cannot support this. I am supporting this because it's good for this, or because we intend to do that. No, that is not possible. Life of every citizen is important around the world, and if there is war, it should be on principles, right? And if principles are agreed, then there's no question of resorting to war or war declaration, because war never brings peace. War only brings devastation. We shouldn't be avoid it, as has been. नुकसान ही नुकसान होना है, लड़ाई से तो बचना नहीं है. लड़ाई से बचने के लिए हमें ये देखना होगा कि जो भी हो, प्रिंसिपल सिद्धांत दुनिया में एक ही हो. ये नहीं कि आज हम एक बात करते हैं फलस्तीन के लिए, कल दूसरी बात करेंगे इसराइल के लिए, फिर तीसरी बात करेंगे, फिर चौथी बात करेंगे. उससे तो बात चलने वाली नहीं है. यू कैव टू, हमें बहुत सीरियसली सोचना होगा, सीरियसली करना होगा, नहीं तो उसका कोई रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. समस्या वहीं की रहेगी. हम ये भी नहीं कहते कि 75 साल की समस्या को आप एक दिन में कर दीजिए, लेकिन पहले समझिए तो सही. देश को समझें, अपने अपने कंट्रीज को समझने दीजिए, हर व्यक्ति को समझने दीजिए कि आखिर है क्या. हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो सही है कि गलत है, इसराइल गलत है कि सही है, या आपका फलस्तीन गलत है कि सही है. इस सब की स्टडी होनी चाहिए और पूरी दुनिया इसमें इन्वॉल्व होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये बहुत पुराना इशू है और ये इशू बहुत खतरनाक होता जाएगा. अगर अभी भी हमने कहा जी आज रेस्ट कीजिए कल करेंगे, रेस्ट करने से बात नहीं होगी. जो सोल्यूशन निकालना पड़ेगा उसके लिए नेवर आपको किस मदद की ज़रूरत है, मदद दी जानी चाहिए दोनों पार्टीज़ को. ये नहीं कहते कि नहीं जाना चाहिए. एनी हाउ, व्हाट कैन आई से दैट. Future is very important for whole world. It's not Israel Palestine, it is whole world issue now. Or because 57 countries, and why 57? Only all countries I should say. We adopt some principle. This is war, and we have no right to kill people, the civilians. So on what basis they have killed? That's first point. Now, you have to pay for that. You have to repent for that. You have to, because you did it intentionally. Thrash them. Go leave this place. How can you say that? How can you say? You are occupying power. You are responsible for that area. You are administering this area. You are administering Palestine, and you say, you leave these homes, go away because we are coming to drop bombs. What sort of war it is? What sort of actions these are? We have to speak about that. Means if I am going to bombard your place, you'll even go, or I'll kill you. This means that if you don't go, right? If you don't leave this place from others, you have to run away. You have to be killed. Don't blame me. That's not the right way. This is, you can say, blackmailing. You blackmail those or threaten those people. You threaten civilians. Oh, you will be bombarded if you don't leave this place. Go from south to north or whatever. Hey, north to south, south to versus us. It's not acceptable. How can we accept that? Decision, resolution, future of Palestine, future of Israel must be decided unanimously by whole world. No one has got right to kill anyone if there is a war, except soldiers are killed. Soldiers can be killed, can be attacked, but civilians cannot be attacked. Okay, accidentally something else, I'm not going to that, but war area should be free for whatever moment. You cannot say this time, agree with me? No, you can't say that. I am Israel. I'm honor of whole world. I'm Palestinians. I'm not slave to whole world. Mindset must be changed by USA, by UK, by German, by Italy, and by many other countries. I'm very much impressed by South Africa. Debate in Parliament they conducted very much appreciable, disciplined debate. I never seen such debate in our Parliament of Bharat India. However, they have decided to discord with Israel in diplomatic affairs, diplomatic relations. That is, some country has to do is why. And if it happens, and if we can say it feels, Israel feels something, but Israel cannot feel because it doesn't use, it's over smart, you can say, rather than saying doesn't use mind, it uses excessive mind. It's uses excessive mind, excessive conscious, and that's only result that it can kill people. So, अपना दिमाग बहुत चलाता है, बहुत समझदार समझता है अपने आप को, मेरी ये डेमोक्रेसी दुनिया में सबसे अच्छी है, बाकी सब बेकार हैं। ऐसी सोच करने वाले व्यक्ति क्या कह सकते हैं, आप सोचिए। It teaches other world that my democracy is best. What's a democracy? I do not know where it's located by these people. Well, what is democracy? That's not the issue of this talk age. Status is that something should be positive. There should be no killing, even war is conducted today. It should complete and take whole process. Important point is that we have to be clear about this. Let us see what happens. I cannot say what shall happen. 4 or 5 days, not long period, but Qatar has to be very serious. KSA be serious, and also you may say Bahrain must be serious. GCC must be serious, because now it's true that just thinking Israel will solve problem itself, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Cannot work like this. We have to give way. Contemplations must go on, and there should be complete airstrike drop. There should be complete ceasefire, whatever couple of days for, and then they should think of further. And it is really surprising that it's not happened yet. Purpose of this video was only to have update, and update shall come next day, because they would release hostages or criminal, prisoners, and see what happens in that case. इतना अच्छा हो अगर ये वार रुक जाए, ख़त्म हो जाए, और फ़लस्तीन का देश अपना देश बन जाए, फ़लस्तीन सॉवरन कंट्री बन जाए, कितना अच्छा होगा। लेकिन क्या इसराइल ऐसा होने देगा? क्या अमेरिका ऐसा होने देगा? क्या इंग्लैंड ऐसा होने देगा? बात वही है, बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट बात, अच्छी तरह से समझाना चाहिए। अगर नहीं समझ सकते तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता, कुछ नहीं होगा, हो रहा है वो भी रुक जाएगा। ये अच्छी बात तो यही है कि हॉस्टेजेस और प्रिजनर्स आपस में स्वैप हो रहे हैं, ये एक अच्छी बात है, और ये पहले हो सकता था। हमस के भी लोग कह रहे हैं पहले हो सकता था, हमने शुरू से कहा है, लेकिन किसी ने ध्यान नहीं दिया, क्योंकि नशा आता है, सोल्जर जाता है, इसमें कहता है कुछ कुछ। वेल, I won't say, I'm not sure what shall happen, but I am positive that this ceasefire should extend beyond 5 days. It should extend for a couple of months or years. Okay, at least months should be there, and Israel should be held responsible. Action should be taken against Israel. Netanyahu can be prosecuted, and Israel should behave properly, should conduct properly, that it has good relations with Israel. Well, with this talk, I'll hold here thinking that everything is fine and positive. I'll come back with more news if I have. It's not news, in fact, it's just deliberation. And this deliberation may be good or bad. Let's see. Hope it is fine. And thank you very much.